What's up, you guys? In this video, we're going to be doing a weekly trade recap. I'm going to start doing these at the end of each week. So you guys can see my thought process on the trades that I do take for the week. So starting here on Monday, I did not take this trade here. This is definitely my setup. The only reason I wasn't able to take this is because this is before the time I get on the charts. Let's go over why this would have been a good setup if you were trading. Originally, we were starting to trend downwards strongly, right? We're displacing a lot of different candles here on the 15-minute time frame, and we're also inversing these gaps here on the 15-minute time frame. So with that being said, we also have this 15-minute gap that's holding, right? We created this gap, pushed in it, left a wick, rejected, and then we swept it again, right? With that sweep, this gives you a setup. Now, what is the setup? The setup here is a short. You're looking for a clean inversion, which you got here, but it was no sweep. Now that you swept, you can look for an inversion or a CISD entry. So boom, you get the displacement. You go wait for the pullback. Now you're in the trade, and now you're just targeting this low down here, right? This would have been a clean trade if you took it. Boom, full TP hit. Now, what is the trade that I did take here on Monday? I took this gold short. Come on the chart here and go to the 1 hour. We're bearish. Left behind a 1 hour gap so far. Go to the 15-minute. Leave this 15-minute gap marked up. What do? We tapped into the 15-minute gap. I'm gonna drag my line here from that wick that tapped that gap, and I'm just gonna wait for it to get swept. Honestly, this is a clean 5-minute as well, so now I'm just gonna wait for that to be swept and look for an inversion. Now 30 just opened. We're going higher. Swept it, right? With that sweep, what am I waiting for? Since this is like that swept, I'm waiting for an inversion. We failed to get an inversion. We re-swept. Now we have two entry criteria. We could take a CISD entry off here or an inverse off here. I chose the CISD entry since we had a resweep. Now that we displaced lower, my entry is right here. I'm filled, and I'm just targeting these lows. This was my trade for the day. I had a sell. This is not my accurate risk, just showing the trade. And this is what it looked like. I'm gonna double it. TP was smashed instantly. That trade took about 3 minutes. That was a very easy day. Now going on to the next day, I believe I think I had a NAS setup. So we're gonna go ahead and go there to 930. Coming here on the 1 hour. We just look choppy, right? The very last thing I seen was this 1 hour gap holding. So I'm just gonna leave these lows here marked up, expecting price to continue lower. Coming here on the 15-minute. We have this low here inside of this 15-minute gap. So now I'm just gonna wait for price to open and see what we get. Boom, we opened, and now we're just moving, displacing lower. Very bearish. Very bearish. At this point, I'm looking for a sell off of this sweep right there, and I'm waiting for the sweep. We don't get it. And I actually believe there was an SMT. If I'm not mistaken, yes, this high was swept on, yes. So with that SMT, I took the 1 minute entry here. I have my entry right there at that pullback. I just targeted for a 1 to 1.5. Now I did get filled. I think once it pulled back and it tapped into this fair value, I think I manually entered. But I did not enter off this close or that drop break. I waited for that pullback right here. And I got in the trade. RR was around a 1 to 1.2. It was a smooth trade, honestly. And I think after that, it reversed. Yeah, it reversed after that. But I caught my own trade. So now we're going to go to Wednesday. I believe I took another NAS setup. Coming here on a 1 hour, we were very bullish. I wanted to see that 1 hour gap get hit. And I wanted to see 930 manipulate, right? So from here, we have a 15-minute gap that's holding. It's possible we could continue lower, but I definitely wanted to see it continue higher, if anything. So once 930 opens, let's see what this does. Look at that. Manipulate lower and just open higher. So now I'm just waiting. Is it going? This is moving very, very weird. Let's see. What was Gold doing? Did Gold give me a setup? Nah, I believe it was Nas. Yeah, I remember taking Nas. Was it this high? I don't even remember what trade I took. But I believe I definitely cooked here on Nas. I don't like how this replay mode is moving at all. It's like it's lagging. This might have been the sweep I'm looking for. Or is it higher? Yeah, I believe this was it. That being said, we had an SMT. We had an inversion already, but we finally swept up there. So after that final sweep, I looked for the CISD entry here. We had this fair value gap here holding. So I just re-entered right there. Not re-entered, I entered right there. Waited for price to go into the fair value gap since we were chopping around, didn't really care no more. And then boom, I was in a trade. Chopped around for a little bit, but we ended up smacking full TP. And that was for a 102R. Very weird day, but it definitely played out. For break even, I was looking for price to come down here. So once we hit it, I wanted to see if we was gonna displace through it, but we didn't. We tapped it and see reverse. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go break even just yet. Once we ended up coming back down, and we finally retraced and came down some more and rebroke and finally closed below this low completely right here. That's when I went break even. And then as you see, my final target right there, clean trade. And then we go to Thursday. I ain't gonna lie, Thursday had to be my favorite trade. Thursday was 100% my favorite trade. Coming into market open. What time did I pick? I picked Thursday. Why is this 11 p.m.? 9:30. There we go. Coming into here, we just bullish. It's nothing to say. We're just straight up bullish. No reason to sit there and conflict yourself between bias. Straight up bullish. Just a high right there. Be crazy if we hit it, but that's what I was looking for. We had this 5-minute gap down here that was holding. Put that low right there, and I believe it was 15-minute. That's gonna be 1 2. Yep. So we have a 1 hour gap there and a 5-minute gap. Price opens. We start going lower. Come here on 1 minute. We swept it, right? No inverse, but I do like my CISD entries. Price pulls back. I'm in this. All right, I'm in that trade. What am I targeting? I'm going for this high. Where's my break evens? Come back to the 5-minute, look for some unfilled gaps here. So here we have a good level for break even. You have also have an unfilled 5-minute right there for price to reverse off of. Now we come here, go break even at that first unfilled gap, and we just see what price does. All right, this was the setup I had. And this is how it plays out. Finally hit TP1. I went break even. We just started ripping. I went to the 5-minute to watch it. And as we continue higher, we left behind this 5-minute gap. I moved my stops right up under it. And we were just going to final TP. And I was like, wow. And then I was at full trade. That was a beautiful trade, honestly. And then Friday, I had a no trade day. But let's go over Friday and see if we could have had a trade. So I'm gonna go ahead and come here. Oh, by the way, Friday, it was a no trade day because I straight up just chose not to trade. I just didn't even wake up before. I didn't bother. I don't like trading Fridays. I really don't. It's not my favorite day, 9:30. Cool. Looking at the day. Let's see. Like we just ripped crazy. We're very bullish on the day, honestly. Yeah, we're bullish probably until these highs are taken. Or until something important is hit. We also have this high right here we could reverse off of. That's a clean reversal high right there. Let's see what market open ended up doing. Inverse right through it. Just shot right up. Jeez. Oh, whoa. Whoa. We just started dumping. Oh, yeah. With this massive candle close below all of this right here, I'm straight up bearish. Now I'm bearish. Now I just want to see a 5-minute gap get tapped into or something. Boom. There it is. 5-minute gap tapped into. Now we can see price sweep that. We in that. Let's see what it does. Although we just continue lower. It's finally 10 a.m. We have it again. 5-minute gap was tapped into, heavy rejection. Maybe a strong reversal from there. Maybe. I don't like it. Look like it could be something though. So with that sweep, we have this CISD here. I don't want to take it yet though. If we could close below here, then I'll enter. Yeah. Gotta know what you're looking for. Oh yeah, there it is. Rejected this 5-minute gap here. And then instantly went back up to sweep it. Now I know this is probably looking clean. Yes, this looks much more cleaner. Now we have a clean 1-minute inversion right here. That's like the easiest setup. That's so easy. That's like a free trade. Probably could watch for a break even around that low. Got that low there as well. And then you have this final low. See what you get. Boom. Inversion, but it's ugly. I don't like that rejection wick. It's very ugly. Let's see if we can come back down. All right. Yo, this is crazy. Yeah, what is this PA? This looks like a no trade day for me. Yeah. What is this? ES took that high? It did. ES did take that high. So 1-minute inversion really wouldn't be bad here. Since ES took that high. From here. Up to the 2-minute. 3-minute. 4-minute. 3-minute would be our high time from inversion. Right here. I just wait for a clean close. 2, 3. Only reason I would not take this because we still have wicks both ways. This is more like it. This is a setup I consider risking a little money on. I wouldn't risk a lot because it looks very iffy, but it looks pretty clean. So I'll just enter this setup here. Stops there. Take profit down here. And let's just see if that helps us. Oh, we almost got stopped. Oh yeah, break even. I wouldn't even take my chances. Considering this Friday too, break even immediately. Not wasting any time. Look at that TP2 smash. I'm closing partials too. That's exactly how I would play this day. Partials, trailing stops right there. Hopefully this 3-minute fair value gap will hold. Nope. Cool. That's how I would have played Friday. And then I would have won. Pretty simple. That was very simple. Just continuously waited, be patient. Had an SMT from here to here. Until on that 3-minute inversion. A nice closing confirmation candle. Because the rest of these look like they were just not sure if they were going to go up or down. And this one gave us a nice idea of what we're going to do. Enter stops at this high. We obviously shot up, showed heavy rejection, came down some more. And look at that. Break even, dump all the way right down to TP2, and reverse right off that level. And I didn't even know what price action looked like for this day, guys. This is just a setup I would have taken. I had no idea that price is going to look like this on the day. And look at that, it just reverses. So you got to know what you guys are doing, man. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. This week actually wasn't bad. What did gold do? What is C? What is this? Was I looking at gold earlier? The connection. I don't know what that is. Where is this? Oh, is this a gold setup? That's 4 AM. Oh yeah, here. This is a gold setup, it looks like. So from here on gold, you had this fair value gap. We tapped into it, rejected. Instantly came up to sweep it. And this looks like just a smooth short, honestly. With that sweep, do we have a 2 minute? No, we don't. We have a 1 minute. With us having a 1 minute inversion, you just end that trade there. And you just targeting these lows. Nice 1 or 2 R. Price dumped 2 minutes. Literally 2 minutes. That's full TP. So this week looked like it was a great week, honestly. This week looked absolutely amazing. And just for you guys, I'm going to go over gold as well. In case you don't like trading as, we went over Monday with gold. Let's go over Tuesday. In case you guys don't like trading as, you like trading gold, we're going to go over those as well. Gold here. On a 1 hour, we look very bearish. So would I be interested here? We swept to continue lower. So I'd probably just be looking for a continuation lower here at this point. Did I miss that? We had a 5 minute gap. 5 minute gap there. Price came into it, rejected. Price swept. Rejected. Price came up, swept. No inverses. We had CISD here. I probably would have took this. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be in this trade and I would have got caught lacking bad. I would have lost that. But luckily, NAS just looked better. Now you have to know whenever a setup is gonna look better than another pair or not. Yeah, that just wasn't it. Yeah, that's ugly PA. Trash PA all the way up to here. We just start ripping. Let's see, Wednesday. Let's see. Come here on the 15 minute. Find you a level. Boom, got you a level there. Come to the 5 minute, got you a level here. Let's see if price sweeps anything. Boom, formed you another 5 minute level here. I can't tell if we tapped that or not. Change that to 1. Looks like we made equal highs with it. Make sure that's accurate. Yeah, we just made equal highs. If you guys were to sit there and take this though, you would have almost no entry. You swept CISD. You enter from there. And you're just praying at this point because that was not a clean full sweep. But let's see what it does. There it is. That's a clean sweep. That right there is a clean sweep. But now the trade day is over with. Now here would be a good short. And that still loses. It just chops around. What is this? Look at this PA, bro. Look at this. This is trash. This is not something I would like to trade. This is why I was on NAS the rest of the week after Monday. Sorry for the cutoff, but like I was saying, this is the reason I was on NAS. Gold be lovely sometimes. You can tell when gold PA is going to be good. And you could tell when gold's PA is going to be absolutely just terrible. You have to know when to just walk away. Because PA is not going to always be good. Sometimes gold PA looks like this, and then it looks like this. And you just have to know when to avoid it. So let's go to Thursday. I think gold PA for Thursday was also trash. Like, gold PA was tripping. It's like it was chopping, and then it just randomly started moving. After like 9:30, I think. Yeah, we look at we're just chopping, moved up, still in this chop. Have to chop like high range up here. Then you have to chop low range down here. 930 opens. We just rip higher. And then that's that, right? Finally come to this 5 minute gap. And we just start going higher. And you know it's crazy? Somewhere, I think last week, we had a setup exactly like this, where we left a 5 minute gap, ripped, came down here, shot up some more, and then tapped it, and then maybe shot all the way up. Like the market is literally like a pattern, bro. I seen this exact setup somewhere last week. Like it's crazy how this moves. But yeah, this is trash PA. I wouldn't even have tried to look for a setup in this market condition. 15 minute didn't give anything either. This is terrible. Terrible PA. And then Friday, I showed you guys the trade for Friday. So Friday and Monday were the only good days for gold. The rest of the days were just choppy, you know. But that's all I got for this weekly recap. Hopefully y'all learned something, man. If y'all got any questions, please leave a comment. Do not hesitate. I will answer them as fast as I can. So that's all I got for this weekly recap. I will be doing these every week from here on out. Thank you for watching, man. Peace.